And she's just this, I just fell in love with her. I mean, I felt like she just brought me in as her sister, you know, and she's my sister of country music, is the way I would put it.
Do you really do believe that it is important for artists who've kind of achieved certain things to be friends with other artists who are starting?
I think it's very important to always develop a friendship with other artists. This is such a competitive business, and sometimes it's almost like your favorite football team. You know, you got one team against the other, and that's the way it is in the music business too. Yeah. Everybody wants to win that award, but I think it's wonderful when you have a good feeling about seeing somebody else get it and that deserves it and has worked just as hard as you have, and you can't win them every time.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with Patty Loveless and the Later List. Don't go away. Yeah. It's time for the Later List, and you know the first thing that I have to actually ask you, you know, this list is, I toss you some quick questions and you throw me back whatever pops into your head. But I thought of one while we were at the commercial break, because I know that you worked with your husband on this new CD. So I guess I'm going to make up a question for the Later List as we're sitting here, and it would be, was the greatest high about working with your husband, and the biggest low?
The biggest high, the biggest low.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know he's going to be watching. The biggest high is that I know I can trust him, totally trust him.
Yeah.
The biggest low is I have to remind him to close the office.
And that's probably the thing that most people who are in relationships who do work together would say.
Yeah, because you need to. That's our little thing that we say, you know, close the office, because you can tend, when you're together all the time, that you constantly discuss what's going on in the business, and every once in a while you need to shut it off.
Yeah.
Especially in the bedroom.
Well, there's no better place to close the office than in the bedroom. You know, someone said something to me today about the fact that, you know, he said it's the end of the day that matters in life. And he said, think about what happens at the end of the day. So your relationship and your family life has to be protected from what happens all day.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yep. What's one thing that makes you happy regardless of your mood?
One thing that makes me happy regardless of my mood, I think about the new grandchild that has entered into our lives. Yeah, she's wonderful. And when I think about her, I smile. I mean, she's only 14 months old, and her name's Suzanne. I think about Suzanne, and it makes me brighten up.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
And you're an awfully hip-looking grandma.
Well, I kind of married into it.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, my grandma didn't look like you.
The other.
Yeah, right, exactly. If you could ask anyone to dance, who would you dance with?
Oh, wow. Ricky Martin.
Get out of here! Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he can shake his bonbon, can't he?
Yes, he can. I can shake my bonbon too.
Yeah. Have you been following the whole explosion of Latin music? And it's just great.
You know, I really think he's just wonderful. I'm really into what he's about, and I can't help it.
True performer, great performer. Yeah.
And my husband's going to hear this too.
Yeah. Say Ricky Martin.
Yeah, he said Ricky Martin wears big shoes. He makes his feet look big. I said, honey. I think he does have big feet. We won't go there.
It's like we won't touch that one with the 10-foot pole. What do you want to be remembered for most?
My music.
The
songs. My music.
More than
anything.
More than anything. One thing you can't live without.
One thing I couldn't live without. My husband. I couldn't. I mean,
yeah.
I know we shouldn't do that or get to the point that we have to depend on it. And I know that I would go on with my life, but I'm being very truthful. I couldn't live without him.
Yeah, there you go.
Wouldn't want to live without him.
Well,
that way.
I hear you. And I'm in search of one that I can't live without, too. I think that's a worthy goal. So when we get back, Patty and her band are going to perform for us. Don't go away.